Alright, so I gotta move this. I'm gonna be practicing my Portal 2 speedrun, and basically that's the whole video. I have live split open. You guys can't see it, but it's open. I start live split the moment I get control of Shell. So yeah, wait for that moment. And when it comes to advancing chapters, I advance them when the chapter pops up rather than when the area would be when it pops up. Move my mic again.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 15
Alright, now
days.
start.
In compliance with state and federal regulations,
It's not exactly
all
the
testing
point,
candidates
but
in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor. Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. There is a framed painting on the wall. Please go stand in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art. You should now feel mentally reinvigorated.
I don't know why it's acting like this, but I'll work with it even though it might deal with my time, or affect my time. I believe my previous time was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, something around there.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 9. This courtesy call is to inform.
Hello? Anyone in there? Oh, God. You look good. Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you... Don't answer that. I'm absolutely sure you're fine.
Yeah,
There's plenty of time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Sorry if I'm really quiet during this. I just gotta focus, especially during some of the later moments.
Don't move. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice.
I don't know of any glitches personally involving Portal 2, unlike Portal 1, that'll help me with the speedrun. So.
Hear me? Hello? Most test subjects do experience some cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension. Now, you've been under for quite a lot longer, and it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although if you do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying at all? Does any of this make any sense? Just tell me, just say yes. Okay, what you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple. Okay, it's close enough. Just hold tight.
All reactor core safeguards are now non-functional. Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
I still don't know why it's acting like this. It's not this laggy whenever I practice in my spare time. But I'm mainly just recording this because I haven't recorded a video, and I figured this would take a while, so you know, it evens out. Also because of the fact that I really don't feel like having to do stuff with Kingdom, New Crowns, 2 Crowns, whatever. I honestly haven't touched it since that last video.
Why should I be kept informed? You know, about the life functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of. Right, close. Can you see? Am I gonna make it through? Have I got enough space?
I don't know, man.
Just gotta get through here. Okay, I just gotta concentrate. And whose fault do you think it's going to be when the management comes down here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables? Alright, so now I hear that one. I hear that one.
Cool. I just did a full 180 without even trying.
Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's going to ask, don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive. Alright? Not dead. Okay, almost there. On the other side of that wall is one of the old testing tracks. There's a piece of equipment in there that we're going to need to get out of here.
Alright.
I think this is a docking station. Get ready. Good news. That is not a docking station.
Yeah.
So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on.
Yeah, I get it.
Almost there. Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes holes. Not bullet holes, but don't worry, you'll figure it out. Seriously, do hold on this time.
I don't know if this is coming up in the audio, but I'm getting like game audio much sooner than I should.
There we go. Good luck.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potential apocalyptic significance beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue.
Maybe.
These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse. The portal will open, and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
I got hung up on the edge there. Okay.
Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency. If cube and button-based testing caused this emergency, don't worry. The odds of this happening twice are very slim.
My game is absolutely freaking out for whatever reason. I have no clue. But hopefully later in the game it gets better. Maybe it's because I have like 20 other things open. Maybe I could have closed them first. Like at least have closed Discord. If you ever hear me take a sip of a drink while I'm at a loading screen, then it's because of the fact that I have a drink.
Lie on your back and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head.
I was afraid that was gonna fall off.
Good. Because of the technical difficulties we are currently experiencing, your test environment is unsupervised. Before re-entering a relaxation vault at the conclusion of testing, please take a moment to write down the results of your test. An Aperture Science Reintegration Associate will revive you for an interview when society has been rebuilt.
It is 6:16 a.m. and I figured I'd release something of a video after, what, like 2 weeks? I don't even know. I was planning on doing a normal Portal speedrun, but I was like, no, because like I've only actually done like one Portal 2 speedrun in my spare time, and that's what my time ended up as, something of like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
If the Earth is currently governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either
So I figured I'd record myself doing it again.
Hey, you made it. There should be a portal device. Oh! Hello? Can you see the portal button? work on the assumption that you're still alive, and I'm just gonna wait for you up ahead. I'll wait 1 hour, then I'll come back, and assuming I can locate your dead body...
Some emergency detections may require prolonged interaction with military androids. Rest assured that all lethal military androids have been set to read and provided with one copy of the laws of robotics.
This lag is not helping.
Good. If you feel that a lethal military android has not respected your rights as detailed in the laws of robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork.
I don't know the laws of robotics. Already almost 10 minutes in, and I should be at least somewhat further than this, and I'm not due to lag and Portal 2 not responding on loading screens for some reason. Because I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm recording it.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1. Good work. Because this message is pre-recorded, any observations related to performance are speculation on our part. Please disregard any compliments.
Shut up. I just don't care. I'm not sure if like purposely trapping yourself in the room there would make that faster or not. I assume not. That's why I don't. Because I know that you can purposely trap yourself in there, and then like he'll like say that you trapped yourself, and then he'll open the door for you. Either that or he'll just give you another cube, one of the two. I believe it's open the door though.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with false meteorites or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
If it doesn't seem like I'm in the mood for this, it's not the fact that I'm not in the mood for this. It's the fact that I'm not in the mood for it to be like messing up like this. Like having tons of lag and stuff.
Well done. The Enrichment Center reminds you that although circumstances may appear bleak, you are not alone. All Aperture Science personality constructs will remain functional in apocalyptic, low-power environments of a speed of 0.1 volts.
Let's just head back up. No, what? I didn't step into the elevator. I thought the loading screen happened. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my phone. How much time went by? I was looking at my phone. If it was a way too short of an amount of time to be a loading screen, then I'm sorry. I just wasted time on myself. In which case, I don't know why I'm apologizing to myself. Especially considering it's not like it'll matter to you guys.
This next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you. If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future starts with you. Good work getting this far, future starter. That said, if you are simple-minded, old, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
Uh, 15 minutes in, and typically by now I'd be at GLaDOS's chamber. Well, it's not that I'm not close to, like, getting GLaDOS's chamber, but by now, I'd be at GLaDOS's chamber, if not, walking, like, through chamber, like, walking backwards through chamber 19 to, get to, the final loading screen of chapter 1,
the Enrichment Center
so
respects
that I
your special right to
can
have
switch
questions
the,
or concerns about this policy.
split.
Hey! Oi, oi! I'm up here! Oh, brilliant! You did find a portal gun! Oh, do you know what? It just goes to show, people with brain damage are the real heroes in the end, aren't they, at the end of the day? Brave. Okay, listen, let me lay something on you. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, I know.
They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die. But we're out of options here, so get ready to catch me. All right, on the off chance that I'm not dead the moment I pop off this thing. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's high. It's too high, isn't it? Really? That. All right. Going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay, ready? Okay. 1. Catch me! Catch! Ow! 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 I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Plug me into that stick on the wall over there, yeah? And I'll show you something. You'll be impressed by this. Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching. Seriously, I'm not joking. Could you just turn around for a second? All right, you can turn around now. Bam! Secret panel. That I opened while your back was turned, and off we go. Look at this! No rail to tell us where to go.
Yeah,
oh, this
I get
is
it.
Brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Just, hold on, though. Where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me get my bearings. Just follow the rail, actually. Oh, no. Yes, hello, no, we're not stopping. Don't make eye contact, whatever you do. No, thanks, we're good. Appreciate it. Keep moving.
Hitting the 17:24 mark, which is 17 minutes and 24 seconds if you don't know. I'd make it to where you guys can see the split thing as well, but I don't know how to do that, and videos always show like it with OBS rather than Fraps, so
Probably ought to bring you
I
up
don't
to
know
speed
how
on
I'd
something
make
right
it
now.
visible with Fraps.
In order to escape, we're going to have to go through her chamber, and she will probably kill us if she's awake. Okay, I'm going to lay my cards on the table. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there. Don't go in there. She's off. She's off. Don't panic over. She's off. All fine. Oh my God. There she is. What a nasty piece of work she was. Honestly, like a proper maniac. Do you know who ended up? Taking her down in the end? You're not going to believe this. A human. I know. I wouldn't have believed it either. Apparently, this human escaped, and we've seen him since. Ah! Oh, still held. Still being held. That's a great job. You've applied the grit. We're all fine. That's... I just looked down. I do not recommend. I've just done it again. This is the main breaker room. Look for a switch that says escape.
I'm not going to look for anything,
don't touch
really.
Anything else. Not interested in anything else. Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find the escape pod, but as soon as you look at something and it doesn't say escape pod, look at something else, look at the next thing, alright? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand? Can you see it anywhere? I can't see it anywhere. Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on. Let there be light. That's,
Still not looking
God.
for anything,
Protein
really.
God. Oh, look at that. Turning. Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, you know, moving up. Now. Escape pod. It's moving up. Okay. Okay, no, don't worry. I've got it. This should slow it down. No, makes it go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Right.
Okay, don't panic. All right, stop panicking. I can still
Haggle
stop
at
this.
us.
Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. C. Wait, did I do B? Do you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up complete.
I don't. Okay, listen. All right, new plan. Act natural. We've done nothing wrong. Hello.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead.
Several times over.
What? Oh no! No! Oh no!
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us.
For science? You monster.
I will
That's it,
say,
though.
though,
That's
that
what
since
you
you
went
went to
to
all
the
the
trouble
trouble
of
of
waking
waking
me
me up, you must really love to test. I love it too. There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
Yeah. I know. When I did a speedrun of this, like, before I had live split, my time was, like, I don't know, I was obviously keeping track with an actual clock, but it was something of, like, around 4 to 5 hours, if not longer. But yeah, apparently after all the times I've just played through the game in my spare time with live split, I got fast enough to apparently do it in 2 hours and 15 minutes. I mean, there was a few seconds, but still.
Here we are, the incinerator room. Be careful not to trip over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing, just like... There it is. There. Good. You have your dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing area. Once testing starts, I'm inspired by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me. But the important thing is you're back with me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing.
For the rest of your life.
After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby.
Animating the dead, maybe? Alright, so that's chapter 1 done. I'll tell you the exact time once it loads, which literally every loading screen has had a not responding time, which only makes the loading screens take up more time, because I'm not the type to pause the time that I have during the loading screen. Anyway, now move on to this. So it took me 24 minutes and 23 seconds
since you killed me.
because of the fact that I'm freaking being slowed down by the thing.
Test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first simple test, which involves deadly lasers and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Alright, cool.
Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. We have a lot of tests to do.
You'd be surprised that with the proper, like, if you know like how to finish the tests properly, you'd be surprised at how quickly you can get through a chapter. Like I believe the quickest one I did was chapter, no, it wasn't chapter 7. I believe the quickest one I did, that's obviously not chapter 9, since chapter 9 would obviously be one of the shortest.
Cubes. I just finished building them.
I guess I'll let her talk.
Well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner. Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't doing testing for that.
Right, anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, the shortest one I did, I believe, was chapter 8, which I did in like under 10 minutes. I don't know exactly how long, but I did it in under 10 minutes on that 2 hour, 15 minute, something like that run. I did it in under 10 minutes, or in the 10 minutes. All I know is that I didn't go over 10 minutes when I'm doing chapter 8. But I'm obviously gonna go over it now.
Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep. Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension but terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
Yeah, thanks, GLaDOS. I really don't care. For those of you who watch my content and always watch it, that are also Portal fans, do you say GLaDOS or Gladys? Because I know that like Gladys is also like doubles as a name and also that of a sword. But I prefer GLaDOS because it makes more sense than the fact that she's a robot. Or do you just say the full like anagram?
You are navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them. So feel free to slow down.
I can't think of the word, but just something
destroying this facility.
thing. And I just almost walked back into the door as it was closing, which I don't think is possible, but I almost did it anyway. Ah! Well, that's more time going to waste. Hurry up, please.
give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly.
Nearly at 30 minutes in. Not obviously, that's just counting the time that I've been doing the run and not actually the time I've been recording. And yeah. But this segment itself has only been a little over 5 minutes, hitting the 5:20 mark right now. This time's gonna be terrible. I can already see it. It's definitely not gonna be better than my previous one.
This next test involves the Aperture Science Aerial Faceplate. It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly informative. They could not. Good luck. Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
It sounds really interesting, GLaDOS. Yeah, on the subject of like what I said before, like of do you say GLaDOS or do you say Gladys? I say GLaDOS more because of the fact that like it's spelled GLaDOS, not Gladys with an I or with an E.
Let's see what the next test is.
But still.
Advanced aerial faceplates. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass. By myself.
Great. Just... This lag isn't helping me aim, Jesus.
Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless. Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you. Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor. I was actually talking about you. And I'm sorry. You didn't react at the time, so I was worried it sailed right over your head, which would have made this apology seem insane. That's why I had to call you garbage a second time just now.
Yeah, I know. I was literally on my phone that entire time, and apparently it was still on a loading screen. That shows you how much time is being wasted in this run just by the loading screen not responding things.
Did you know that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises? I'm sorry. I don't know why that went off. Anyway, just an interesting... Oh, did I accidentally fizzle that before you could complete the test? I'm sorry. Go ahead and grab another one. Oh, no. I fizzled that one too. Oh well. We have warehouses full of the things. Absolutely worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them.
Well, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. So it's not like this run was going good in the first place, and that laser is barely being blocked at all until now. But what I was gonna say before that happened, I literally just opened my mouth when that happened. But anyway, what I was gonna say before that happened is that if I were to like redesign this test chamber, I'd make it to where when that laser is being blocked, those platforms, those two right there that you use to fling yourself, aren't out because of the fact that I believe with a precise like jumping shot, you can actually shoot one of those platforms from down there without needing to be on the upper platform that takes you up.
So that test subjects
Upper
cannot
platform
smuggle
that takes
test
you up.
objects out of the
Whatever.
test area. This one is broken. Don't
But
take
yeah, you
anything
get the
with
idea.
you.
Yeah. I believe it's if you go into the very, for when you first enter the place, I believe it's when you go to the very bottom left corner of the down area of the room, and like you do a precise jumping shot, or maybe not even a jumping shot, but just a jumping shot, you can shoot the left platform.
This next test involves emancipation grills. Remember, I told you about them in the last test area that did not have one. Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next test does require some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. There, if you have any questions, just remember what I said in slow motion. Test on your own recognizance. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't care. Hitting the 37:30 mark, 37 minutes, 30 seconds, basically. As if that wasn't simple enough. Alright, so even though it only took me about 13 minutes to get through that previous area, it still took forever.
Well, I'm back. The aerial plate in here is sending a distress signal. You broke it, didn't you? There. Try it now.
What happened, right? I was just lying there. You thought I was...
This plate must not be calibrated to someone of your
Move my mic more.
generousness. I'll add a few zeros to the maximum weight. You look very healthy. Try it now.
Word, right? Couldn't believe it either.
You seem to have defeated its load-bearing capacity. Well done. I'll just lower the ceiling. You, sailing through the air majestically, like an eagle, piloting a blimp. Enjoy this next test. I'm going to go to the surface. It's a beautiful day out. Yesterday I saw a deer. If you solve this next test, maybe I'll be on ride an elevator all the way up to the break room. And I'll tell you about the time I saw a deer again.
That's not what I wanted. I know you magnetized me to the portal, but that's not what I wanted.
You passed the test. I didn't see the deer today. I did see some humans. But with you here, I've got more test subjects than I'll ever need.
Sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm still just aggravated that this lag and junk is making me lose time on the run. I can already foresee that this run will be worse.
These bridges are made from natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire, so don't actually do it. Excellent. You're a predator, and these tests are your prey. Speaking of which, I was researching sharks for an upcoming test. Do you know who else murders people who are only trying to help them? Did you guess sharks? Because that's wrong. The correct answer is nobody. Nobody but you is that pointlessly cruel.
hitting the 45-minute mark right now.
Good news. I figured out what to do with all the money I save recycling your one room full of hair. When you die, I'm going to laminate your skeleton and pose you in the lot. That way future generations can learn from you how not to have your unfortunate bone structure. Perfect. The door's malfunctioning. I guess somebody's going to have to repair that too. No, don't get up. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything.
Hey, up here. I found some bird eggs up here. Just dropped them into the door mechanism. Shut it right down. Like, ah! Bird! Okay, that's probably the bird in it that laid the eggs. Live it. Okay, look, the point is, we're gonna break out of here, all right? Very soon, I promise. I just have to figure out how to break us out of here. Here she comes. Just keep testing. Remember, you never saw me.
I went and spoke with the door mainframe. Let's just say he won't be, well, living anymore. Anyway, back to testing. Well done. In fact, you did so well. I'm going to note this on your file, in the commendation section. Oh, there's lots of room here.
Did well enough. I might give up on this run halfway through. Not because of the fact that I don't want to like make a really long video for you guys, because I don't want to give you guys something to watch, even though I'm taking random breaks. But still, like, I don't know. I don't get what's wrong with this. Like, I feel like even if I closed out everything else I have open, aside from what I need to record and live split, I don't think it'd help.
That's you in 5 seconds. Good luck.
Please put me down. Shutting down. Put me out.
What the hell? Where did that go? Okay. Well, I just picked up a box, cube, whatever, and it went into oblivion. Great. With as many loading screens as there are in Portal 2, like, I'm not saying that the loading screens are like bad or anything, even though there are a lot. I'm just saying that with the fact that it always goes into a not responding state for at least some period of time during these loading screens, I feel like
To maintain a constant testing cycle,
shut
I
up,
simulate
GLaDOS.
all hours and add adrenal vapor to your oxygen supply. So you may be confused about the passage of time. The point is, yesterday was your birthday. I thought you'd want to know.
Alright, then where was I? I don't even know anymore. I don't even really care anymore.
You know how I'm going to live forever, but you're going to be dead in 60 years? Well, I've been working on a belated birthday present for you. Well, more of a belated birthday medical procedure. Well, technically, it's a medical experiment. What's important is it's a present.
Like I said, I can't even remember what I was saying. So, whatever I was saying, I'm sure it was important.
That jumpsuit you're wearing looks stupid. That's not me talking. It's right here in your file. On other people it looks fine. But right here, science has noted that on you it looks stupid.
You still there?
Well, what does a neck-bearded old engineer know about fashion? He probably... Oh, wait, it's a she. Still, what does she know? Oh wait, it says she has a medical degree. In fashion. From France.
Let go of that freaking... The more I do this front, the more and more frustrated I'm getting with it.
There you are. Searching. Who's there?
I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I managed to find 2 with your last name. A man and a woman.
So that's interesting.
It's
A small world. If they're in cryogenic storage, wouldn't they be dead? Considering literally the beginning of the game. I don't know. I might be wrong on that.
I have a surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling would spoil the surprise. So I'll just give you a hint. It involves meeting 2 people you haven't seen in a long time.
I never got why she hummed that there. If any of you out there, any of the like 3 of you that actually watch all of my content, if any of you out there actually know why she hums that, please tell me. Like, please comment down below, like, hey, SoulFoxie, she hums it because of like this thing, and it's an Inside Valve reference.
It says this next test was designed by one of Aperture's Nobel Prize winners. It does say what the prize was for. Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin.
That's because that's an impossibility. What? Why? Cube. I'm just done. I think I'm done. This is where the run ends. I'm done. My eyes hurt. It's turning daytime. It's not wanting to work properly enough to run. You guys might, because of the sounds in the game, you guys might not even be able to hear my voice at times. Anyway, I'll say this more into my mic so that it's louder. Anyway, I will see you later, Foxpack. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to get something out while I could, because I wanted to practice a Portal speedrun, whether Portal 1 or 2, and B, I also wanted to record, but I knew that I put it off if I was gonna do this, and I didn't want to do Kingdom 2 Crowns because of what happened. In fact, I honestly want to stop Kingdom 2 Crowns because of what happened, and I still haven't decided whether or not I am or am not. So right now you can consider it stopped, but not permanently. So, or as a possibility of permanently. But anyway, I'll say I'll let you know in the next video whether or not Kingdom 2 Crowns is stopped permanently or not. But yeah, I will see you later, Foxpack.